Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Cardano, seeing what's going on with ADA. It is starting to pump, but you got to recognize the rest of the market is also doing the same thing. So careful FOMOing in, but it does look like Bitcoin wants to stick around here. Not even pulling back, just going straight up. Okay, so again, all the more reason to just keep your head on a swivel, be ready for the price to pull back for Bitcoin potentially. And if that is the case, we could see, Bitcoin dominance go up, altcoins start to kind of fizzle out, or just kind of that natural cycle we'll see. So just a little heads up, doesn't mean that's going to happen. This is phenomenal news here because we've broken through this 0.5 fib level of strong resistance for us for the last 2 or 3 trading days. So extremely important stuff. So be sure to check that out. What I mean by that too is our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I do post playout charts frequently there. And of course, I do have a premium group and premium plus if you're considering day trades or swing trades. I share all of my signals with my community. Quick little heads up, our day trades are just basically scalping with shorter period time frames. Right now, Solana and Matic to the upside, so most of my trading bots are green, at least going up, if you will. And then, of course, our swing trades are very green, different story altogether. ICP 140% in 3 days. We just took some cash in on the graph, 65% in 9 days. So cool stuff there. I'm just mentioning that because we have a lot of questions about that, and I figure I cover it in every video. If you're curious about it, just learn more, cryptocash.tech, or message me if you have any questions. But simply put, we got a signals guide there. Everything you need to know is in the Discord. Highly recommend you check that out. Okay, so now that we've prefaced that, we can look here at Cardano, kind of understand. We got some heavy liquidation at about 61.5 cents, upwards of 62/64. So the price action is going to continue going higher, and we're going to see the price essentially get through that level. If we continue further and retest our most recent high at 62.5, we'll see a short squeeze and the price continue upwards. The stronger probability the price is going to go up from here, just based on the fact there's a lot more liquidation above it. But just know, as an alternative, 54.5, upwards of 58 is a secondary amount of volume based on liquidation levels. So if we take a look at the daily, let's quickly note a couple of things here. Moving averages, tentatively, I want to emphasize this, we're tentatively above the 20-day SMA. Okay? So it's right there at that 0.5 fib level. All the more reason why a closure above 61.1 is extremely, extremely important. Okay? So again, if you look at these liquidation levels here, we can kind of see there is a lot of accumulation above that price action, and that's right there closer to that most recent fib there and our previous resistance level. So right there at about 62.5, that's a big deal. If we get through that, and then the price is probably going to continue to take off. Okay. There's a few other things obviously need to happen, but being above that 20-day SMA is extremely important. Looking at the stochastic RSI, it's starting to swing up. That's a positive sign. We're still above 50, also very good. And money flow index is back above the RSI. We'd like to see that. MACD is starting to diverge, but hasn't fully yet, so not really sold on that. But MACD is an extremely lagging indicator, and I always recommend using it more so in the 4-hour than the daily for confirmation on swing trades, which is typically how I take my trading, or part of that component. I trade almost exclusively swing trades. And I got the question too, like, "Hey man, you're sending so many day trade signals. I can't keep up. What's the deal?" Like, well, that's an automated trading bot based on a strategy that I created. So that's all available there on its own. That's why you have to read through the signals guide so you understand what that looks like and the difference between the two. But MACD is converging here. That's super awesome. We're up over 50 on the R side. A lot of other coins are doing this right now too, breaking kind of through that little resistance level. Then we got the money flow index traveling right there with it, with stochastic swinging up. Extremely positive signs. Okay. Now again, I get the question a lot, like, how is oversold a good thing? Well, in bullish trends, it's very, very good. We're not there yet, but we're approaching that with stochastic RSI. So we'll look for our second swing down to tell us when the price may pull back. At this point, we don't want to expect the price to pull back much. Again, we're kind of stuck in this little bit of range. Speaking of range, we did break through this range, of course, tentatively right there at that 0.5 level, because we've been kind of range bound between 59.5 and 61. So being above that is extremely important. We're looking for a candlestick closure today, preferably on the daily, but also the 4-hour at 61.2, I guess a little more specific there. Okay, so those are all good things. I try not to get super excited about coins like this, but this is looking pretty good. The only outlier, or the only caveat here, is that Bitcoin decides it wants to misbehave. We could see the price of Cardano pull back. It's pulled back pretty aggressively every time Bitcoin has as well. So this coin is not necessarily exclusive in the sense that it's not going to do that if Bitcoin retraces. So just know that that is essentially the case. We take a look at the 1-hour. We can kind of clarify the Ichimoku cloud. Along with most other coins, we've broken above the cloud. We have that confirmation I refer to as cloud confirmation. So basically just tells us that we're in good shape. Even if the price pulls back down to this volume profile about 60.5, that's still a good place to get in. Okay. But if we do take a look at overextension, we can see we got a nice little reset there before this leg up. We could literally see this coin run for another 5 to 10 hours. Okay. So again, Cardano's looking pretty solid, pretty much primed and ready to go. But once more, you compare it with Bitcoin, it is performing similarly in the last 12 hours. So you got to recognize that. Again, all the more reason just to understand how Bitcoin works and the correlation between coins. But right now, we're looking pretty solid here. So thanks again so much for the awesome feedback I've been receiving. My Cardano followers do deeply appreciate that. And of course, anyone who's been watching me for a long time. It's funny, somebody commented yesterday, they said they've been watching me since May of 2021, which is like just after I started my channel. So thank you again for the awesome follow and feedback and wonderful support. I've got you covered though. Make sure you check this out. Bitunix exchange link down below. Awesome rewards if you use my link to register. Mainly no KYC, no VPN. So if you were kind of tired of that whole process, make sure you check them out. They're a phenomenal exchange, and they have like trailing stop losses, multiple targets. A lot of really cool things to understand. This is all available in our Bitunix section if you're kind of curious how to use it. I have a walkthrough too, but primarily, again, I have this discount link section. You'll be able to find a link there for it. Okay. All right, folks. Have a great rest of the day. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take good care of yourself. Have a good one.